Freedom. Everybody wants to be free. They want to be able to do what they want. They want to be able to express what they want. And no one should be able to control them. Even the laws of the land serve to protect all of those freedom that are given, or what are considered the rights of everyone. And true enough, even Jesus says we need to be free, but free from a different kind of slavery. St. Paul tells us in Romans chapter 6, sin must not reign over your mortal bodies so that you obey their desires. Think about it. We see sin as something that we just do. But God tells us through St. Paul today that sin is more than that. Sin can be your master. Sin can take hold of you. Sin can control you. And how ironic that however we want to be able to say to ourselves and to the whole world that we are free, that's why we should be able to commit these sins without anyone making a fuss about it. And yet, at the heart of it, sin takes hold of us. Sin controls us, and sin removes our freedom. We are unable to do what we want. We are unable to do the right thing because sin has taken hold of us. And the problem is that we do not see life in sin. But God tells us, present yourselves to God as raised from dead to life. Remember yesterday we call each other to find excitement, to act with excitement when we uh, await God's presence in our lives. Whenever He knocks in our door, we have to be eager to welcome Him. Again, we might not feel so, but we choose to do so. And it's the same with sin. Sometimes when we turn away from sin, it feels like life is being taken away from us. But St. Paul tells us that that is not what life really is. That is an imitation of life. And what God offers us is real life. And real life comes from turning away from sin. Because sin is turning away from God. And turning away from God means turning away from life. Maybe you don't find excitement in God anymore. But maybe all you need to do is turn away from sin. A lot of the saints encountered God that way. They found God, they didn't know what to do. They came to know Him by turning away from sin. And that is when they found joy. And that is when they are able to come to God as if raised from the dead. Because that is the reality of sin. Because sin strips us away from our life, but God, His mercy and love, gives it back to us. But we have to receive it. And the way to receive it is by opening ourselves, by taking or by getting rid of sin in our lives. What is your favorite sin? What is your habitual sin? What are the sins that you take for granted? Maybe it's time you take those sins seriously. Maybe it's time that you really, really make the effort to get rid of them.